Hey guys, today I'm going to show y'all how to fold some origami. Origami is a Japanese word that literally translates to folded paper. So a paper plane or those little fortune tellers that you made in elementary school, those are all origami. As long as you're folding paper,
you're doing origami.
To begin, all you need is paper. Look around your house. You could use notebook paper, newspaper, magazines, post-it notes, scrap paper, envelopes, wrapping paper left over from Christmas. You might even find some paper in some unconventional places, like you could use receipt paper. You could even use money. I don't know if you guys have ever checked out all the cool origami you can make with dollars, but check it out, it's awesome. Tin foil is another item you could use. It's a little difficult because it's actually like too easy to fold. And once you fold it in a certain way, it's hard to make it go back, but you could totally use this if you want to try something different. It's usually a big no-no, but you could even tear paper straight out of a book. Just make sure that it's a book that you don't really care about.
This beautiful sculpture that I made earlier was very spontaneous and expressive, very avant-garde, but I think it would also be good for us to practice something that's a little more intentional.
If you go to the PowerPoint where I have all of the instructions, you'll see that there's a slide that has websites where you can look up instructions on how to create 3 different origami models. Simply choose one that you think is interesting, and if you click on it, you'll see that there are step-by-step directions with pictures that will show you how to create that model. You can also go to YouTube if it's easier for you to see somebody fold in real time. Instead of looking at step-by-step pictures, you can actually follow along, pause the video, and do what they do, as you and I will do in just a moment. I'm just skipping around the video here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. You can also Google the term easy origami, or you can search the term advanced origami, depending on what you think you can handle. It's totally up to you what models you create, but to make a 100, you need to create 3 different origami models.
So now that I have my paper, we're going to begin by making a fortune teller. We're going to start with some easier things and then move into some more challenging models. As you can see, we have a rectangle. We're going to have to turn that into a square. Most origami projects require that you have a square sheet of paper. So in order to transform your rectangle into a square, all you have to do is take this corner piece and fold it along the side. When you fold it along the side, you want to make sure that it lines up with that edge. You don't want it to be like this, you don't want it to be like this. It needs to be lined up. Origami is all about precision, and it shows if you're rushing. This part here, you don't need that. That's the refuse part, all right? We're gonna have to cut this part out. If you don't have any scissors, I'll show you how to remove it without them. What you do is you take this piece here, and you're going to fold it over and over and over again. We're going to create a crease. Okay, removed. And now we have our square. When we begin our fortune teller, like most origami, you need to begin by creating guidelines. These guidelines are basically creases. They are folds that you make in the paper. I'm going to take this corner piece here, and I'm going to fold it into the center. It's much easier for me to do because I can see these guidelines. Now I'm going to fold this as well into the center. Take your time. And then I'm going to turn my model and do the same thing. You know, if you put some tape on here and then fold this piece down, that would actually make a pretty cool envelope. But we're making a fortune teller, so we're not going to do that. We're going to just fold it here into the center. Okay, so now I have my first step done. I'm going to flip the model, and I'm going to take this piece here and do the same thing. We're going to just repeat that process. Do the exact same thing of folding the corners into the center. And voila. That's pretty much it. The last thing we have to do is inflate the fortune teller in order to make it work. To inflate it, these pieces here need to come out. So what I like to do is just give it a little crease here, and then give it a little crease here. And once I have those creases in there, I can kind of work my pointer finger and my thumb into those sections to inflate them. So I then work my other finger and my thumb into those sections. In order to make your fortune teller a fortune teller, remember you write the little numbers and stuff on them. So you start by just writing some random numbers. You know, we'll just keep it simple here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, but you could put any kind of numbers you want, or you could put colors, or you could put stars, anything. Flip it over, write some more numbers or colors or stars into the inside. And then you write your fortunes on the inside here. You could write fortunes like, you will fall in love with Timothy Chalamet, or whatever that guy's name is. You could, you know, you could just keep it simple. Like you could have people ask it a question. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's ask our fortune teller a question. I'm going to be making a shrimp pasta later this evening, and I've never made shrimp pasta before, so I'm hoping it turns out good, but I'm gonna ask my fortune teller. So, is my shrimp pasta going to taste good? I have to pick a number, so I'll go with 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3. Maybe. So that's how the fortune teller works.